Your knuckle. Well, my knuckle is bigger than your knuckle, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. And now we are gonna tell what?
Little.
Okay. That looks cute.
Okay. Now, what do you think?
Let's do it.
Grow little sunflowers. Grow, grow, grow. Grow little legs.
Come on, sunflowers.
And then grow little flowers up for us. These are Bethany's Autumn Beauty sunflower seeds that she grew on the deck last year. And we seed saved for her so that she wouldn't have to go buy more seeds.
Yep.
There are more seeds in this packet than what she would have got at a store. And these seeds were brought to us, the original flower seeds, from Alonson, Michigan, which is way up north near Indian River and about a half hour from Mackinac City. So it was a special little thing. We had made a trip up there, and the nice thing about little kids gardening is teaching them that they can seed save, because now forever and ever, she's got more seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So it's kind of early, and it's that time of year that everyone is thinking about their gardening.
Whoa,
And it's a good learning experience for little kids to be planting seeds, growing food, growing flowers. And anybody can do this in any small space. We've had portable racks.
And these are my new flower pots, and I am growing in them right now. We just planted the seeds, we just watered them in this grass cup, and we're going to wait for them to grow, and then soon they're going to be growing. And Mommy and me noticed it was just the right day to plant them, because it is such a sunny day.
That's right.
Yep.
Now, I did fill these with straight potting soil. They already had a mix of a little bit of vermiculite in them. If you have just plain dirt, you might want to add something to it to make a little space so it's not so packed. I usually add a little bit of peat moss or vermiculite so that it doesn't get to be too heavy. This is last year's potting soil, so it was a little dry. So I did water it a day in advance and left it in the window so that soil temperature would warm up. You know, it's a nice thing for little kids to see things grow, even if you only have beans in your pantry, because it's a lot of fun. And I remember doing it as a little kid and growing something like, you know, a navy bean or a kidney bean, and everybody having a little Dixie cup in the window at school, and we would all take turns misting them with a water. So a nice science experiment. So with little guy in the house, it can be kind of hard to have pots sitting here and there. We have had portable racks, and I actually wired them to the door frame off of our deck to make sure that little kids didn't climb them. When Bethany was little, they like to get their hands in them and scatter dirt everywhere. So it is a little hard to start plants indoors with little kids, but where there's a will, there's a way. And the top of the refrigerator is also a great place to try to start them, because the heat from the refrigerator will help warm that, just like a heating mat would or a growing mat, to warm that soil to get those seeds germinating and going. So happy gardening season to everybody. It's time to start thinking about what you want to grow, planning out your garden, planning out your pots, and making plans for spring, because every single spring, right around Mother's Day, I am ready to get going. And then I always think, oh, I could have started things indoors weeks ahead of time so that you can start hardening them off a little at a time outside. So we're at mid-February now, and March is so close around the corner. So then April and May, a lot of plants, 8 weeks, 10 weeks indoors. If you have a lot of space or you have a sunroom, you can start things right out into pots, bigger pots instead of seed trays.
Flowers, plant just like flowers instead of pretty. And if you have enough money to buy them, totally buy them. Because they buy them if you have enough money.
And if you don't have a lot of money to blow on flowers, seeds are a good way to grow things, because you can always sell off your extra starter plants It's a real good little side thing that people will do. Tractor Supply in our area, a lot of times they will have customers farm market days in the spring and summer where you can sell things that you grow or you make or you produce at your own place right out of the back of your pickup truck, off a table, you know, kind of like tailgating. And that is a real good way to get started. And of course, you know, there's Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and, you know, whatever else. So we did go to Menards and we did some seed shopping and we got some seed trays and things like that. So we are all set. We probably picked up, for the vegetables and the flowers, 10 or 15 seed trays. A couple of the greenhouse lids on top because I may have to start them out in the garage at first. And it's a little cold out there. We do have a space heater. And we do have direct heating and air conditioning out there. We just generally close it off. We just generally close it off to not heat the space. So, portable greenhouses, indoor greenhouses, anything you can do to get those seeds started.
Mommy,
Want to eat? Okay. So, we're still in... Stop it.
Mommy, Papa, Mama.
No more. No more. Okay. Is there something you want to say?
Mama.
No more on the camera?
Mama. Okay, Mama.
Okay, no more. So winter will be over before we know it, everybody. Make your plans. Get ready. We've been getting lots of emails flooding our inbox. So start planning your garden ahead. Get lots of savings. If you're going to order them online, sign up for their emails. You'll get discount codes. Recycle old containers for growing your plants. Anything you can do to save some money. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.